in this video, I'm going to show you how to do a front squat. Now, I'm in a bit of a different room because of the gym that I'm at, but typically when you front squat, you always use the squat rack. It's much easier unless you are someone who's very good athlete and you know how to clean, which is the way that I'm going to do it up. Not because I'm a good athlete, but because I've got no choice. So when you front squat, you've got a couple of different things that you need to think about. But the first thing I want you to do is I want you to watch the squatting video, because the fundamentals of squatting are still super important with this. There's a couple of differences to how you hold the bar and what you think about doing with your hips. So we have a couple of different choices depending on how long our arm is and also how flexible our wrists are. So the most optimal way is to balance it on our shoulders with our wrists like this, but a lot of people can't do that. So I'm going to show you a couple of variations, okay? So the squatting technique is still spread the knees, stick your bum back a little bit, but what we don't want to do is we don't want to lean too far forwards, because that's going to mean that we drop the bar forwards and we have to hold on to the bar with brute strength. The goal with a front squat is to actually balance it on your shoulders and to never really have to hold the weight. So what we do as we squat, we lift our elbows up, okay? Now this is why not many people get a chance to do this, is because flexibility or strength isn't there yet. So I'm going to show you the techniques. Hopefully you can still hear me, I just had to move the mic because I just banged it off. So what we do is, you can see, I balance it on the tops of my shoulders. I bring my elbows in, and you can see here, I'm loosely holding the bar with just my fingertips, okay? Now what's going to happen is, as I go to squat, I'm going to force my elbows up even higher so that it gets kind of pushed into my shoulders and into my neck so it doesn't roll off. So down, big deep breath, and up. Now this is the most optimal way to do it because it's balancing on your shoulders. However, a lot of people can't do this. You can see it's quite intense, and especially when you go heavy, it's quite hard on the wrist. So there is another variation. But before I move on to that, I want to make sure you understand that this is how to do it. So we're going to balance it on the shoulders, we're going to keep our elbows nice and high, and then we're going to push it on there so that you could literally balance it onto your shoulders there. That's how much of the weight is onto your shoulders and towards your neck. So once we've got it up, we're then going to force the elbows higher as we come down, take a big deep breath, and then push up. Bum goes back slightly and then down. If we don't push our bum back and we just do our knees over our toes, we're going to lean forwards quite a lot. So that's that one. Now the second variation is a lot less flexibility, but it takes a lot of strength in the shoulders. So again, you won't get the opportunity to go that heavy with it. Reasons why we typically do a front squat is because it really loads up our quads, a lot more so than a back squat because we're a lot more upright. So this one, basically, we balance it on our shoulders and we cross our hands over and we hold the bar on top. It allows us to lift our elbows a little bit higher because we haven't got to rely on our tricep flexibility. But like I said, it's quite hard on the shoulders. So you will either start on the rack or you'll clean it up like this, and then you will cross over into this position. Same thing applies, but you're just going to do